This is Ember every time I come in the morning. He's happy to see me. He wants attention. He also knows I'm carrying breakfast. He's down. You like some breakfast? So he sits here and he inhales it because he's obviously starving with all of that food that he's had here all night. And I've tried petting him. I've tried scooping the litter box. I've tried leaving the room and coming back, and he still eats it just as fast. It really doesn't matter. He is eating his dry food too. So you could not see the bottom last night. And by how thick he is, he's obviously not starving, even though a lot of that is fluff. He's almost done already. Oh, you heard Oliver outside, huh? Oops. Hi, you coming for attention? And then he immediately comes over and starts rubbing on me, back and forth, wanting attention. He wants me to use both hands, but one hand's busy. It's just a really sweet boy. He does this all the time. They loved him at the vet. They said he was rolling around and rubbing on them for attention, even when he was getting his temperature taken. He didn't care. He just wanted love. And after a few minutes of this, his mouth gets all wet, and he still tries to rub his face all over me. So he doesn't quite drool to where he drips, yeah, and he falls over repeatedly, trying to get attention. But he doesn't drool and drips. His mouth just gets really, really wet, and then he rubs it all over my hand, which is really kind of gross. And of course, he's purring the whole time. So in a few weeks, he is going to go in for exploratory surgery. And depending on what they find, they're going to fix things. They suspect he has a hernia, so it should be an easy fix. At the same time, hopefully, if they have time, they're going to do a dental. Otherwise, he's going to go back for another visit and get a dental done. And by that time, he will have had his second shots. He's already had his rabies, dewormer, microchip, all the good stuff. And then he should be ready for adoption in about a month or so probably around the beginning of August. Maybe even the end of July. No, probably beginning of August. I think his surgery's on the 27th. So he'll be here for at least a few days to recover. If he has both appointments, actually, he'll probably be here for a couple of weeks because he'll be on soft foods after his dental. And then he'll be ready to go home to somebody. He is FIV positive, so that is important if you have other cats. From the literature that I have read, it is not necessarily ideal to have, of course, a cat that is infected with anything living with other cats. However, from what I read, FIV is normally transmitted through deep bites. So those are often found in outdoor cats, and he was definitely living outside for a while. Not typically found with indoor cats. Normally they don't get in those types of fights, hopefully. If your cats don't like each other and they are fighting like that, they probably should not be left unsupervised together. But the literature that I read said that FIV positive and negative cats have lived together without transmitting one to another even when they have shared the same food and water dish and groomed each other. So if you have cats and you're thinking about adopting Ember, definitely something to talk to your vet about. But super loving, super